He got up. God damn it! Thank God. He got up. Get her.
Hello.
Hey.
We're back. On your screens.
Better than
In
ever.
your ear.
No, wait. I wanted to call you so bad last night because I was making popcorn. And I wanted to call you and just be like, guess what I'm eating? Popcorn!
But okay, guys. We're back. Mm-hmm. You know why we're here. What we're here to talk about.
Come on now.
Come on now. We're back for our Sarah J. Maas universe. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's what I'm doing. And
yeah. Imagination.
And yeah, this is part 2 of our ACOTAR Deep Dive. So, had a lot of great moments in part 1. If you guys haven't seen it, please go back and watch that. Because...
And don't believe the thumbnail. It's not a 2-hour video.
Yeah. For some reason, it says that it's an hour and 28 minutes.
Yeah,
still a little lengthy, but not movie lengthy. What kind of movie lengthy?
This isn't, but it's not giving, exactly, there you go. It's not giving Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, definitely giving Inside Out. Okay, so, before we start, I'm going to just let you guys know our deep dives do have some spoilers in it. Mm-hmm. So if you don't, well not some, the whole book's spoiled. I'm not even going to say some.
We reading the whole book. Right.
So if you do not want the book to be spoiled, or if, you haven't read the book, then yeah, just go ahead and leave this video. And our regular reviews, no spoilers. Deep dives, spoilers. So
immediately, I'm talking out the gate, baby.
Out the. Okay.
Yeah. Out the wall.
Right. Out the cauldron.
Out the cauldron.
But yeah, me and Cheyenne, we're on our Sarah J. Maas journey. I think I've said that every video now.
Because, you know what? I think everyone needs to hear it, because I feel like I've been seeing a lot of mixed reviews on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
I actually really want to do a video of, like, the reviews versus us, because
yeah,
I'm not taking much. I'm not going to say no. I'm not taking much slander. I'm not. I see
on ACOTAR or on Throne of Glass?
I've heard people say that they had to, like, push themselves to read Throne of Glass, and I'm like, for real? Because I'm on book 3, baby, and I'm loving it.
And I'm eating it up.
I'm
talking about eating it up. Fantasy is just not everybody's vibe, or certain fantasy books, and I mean, I get that, but this story to me is just so good. Like, people want a movie of ACOTAR. I want a movie or a series of Throne of Glass. That's what I want. Give me that.
Me too.
Where are you on Crowd of Midnight?
24.
Oh, period. No, Shia, it's finna get crazy. I got about 40. Okay, let me hear your theories first. I'm not gonna confirm anything. But let me hear your theories.
Without spoilers?
No, you can say the spoilers because this is a spoiler video.
Oh, video. Okay.
Okay, hold on. If you guys haven't read Throne of Glass, you don't want to hear this, skip ahead. I'll put the timestamp up here where you can go ahead and go to the ACOTAR Deep Dive. Okay, there we go.
Thank you. Okay, so I personally feel like Naima, I think she knew. I think she knows something.
That's how I felt.
Selena.
Yeah.
I think that we were told that the whole reason why she was here, or like that she was at the castle, was because of like spying on them, which could maybe be, but just because we know that there's like a lot of dark magic that's going around the castle right now. But I think that it was really for Selena. I think that she was tipped off by someone at
Ilway or Andovier.
I be wanting to call it the thing from Harry Potter. What was it?
Alcatraz or something like that.
No, girl, Alcatraz.
Azkaban.
There you go. Alcatraz is here, baby.
I know. They need to find out more about that. But moving on, we're not gonna talk about politics.
Another video. I think that she was tipped off by one of the slaves, or maybe even one of the guards, somebody, that Selena was going to was picked up by the prince, was going to the castle,
Yeah.
and I think that that's why she's really there. I think she knows something about Selena that we don't know, or maybe she knows something about Selena that Selena don't know. Her and
I
K.O.
definitely-
obviously finna get together.
Yeah.
I think Sam is still alive.
That's
Only
your
say that
predictions?
because of how right now, I think that it's a little bit of like a foreshadowing, right? Like we think that Sam is dead, and this could be me being delusional. She's out here killing people, not really killing people, faking deaths. So we know that it's possible. I think Sam is still alive.
No, we talked about this in our last video, and I pretty much said I think that he is dead, but he might have a way to come back because of, the whole magic thing.
Different
you know what
realms.
I mean? Yeah. And I'm at the end of the book now, so I kind of know some stuff gets wrapped up. Shine, it's about to get crazy. You're on chapter 24, in like 2 chapters, you're going to be like, what the?
That's crazy.
Yeah, so.
Oh, also, I don't know why. I feel like later in the book, the prince gonna be a op.
So
I think he's gonna be another family.
Okay, my predictions early in the book. Now that I'm towards the end, I know what's true or not. But early in the book, I thought he was gonna become an op because he was mad about K.O. and
Yeah.
Selena, right? Another thing is Nehemia. I feel like she had some secret agenda that she wasn't fully telling Selena about, and that's why she be like just downplaying when Selena gets close to things. She just be like downplaying it. You know what I mean? What else did I think? I actually
Do you
wrote
think that
this
she's
down.
actually teaching her word marks?
See, I'm not gonna answer that right now because I kind of know the
You know
answer
too
to
much.
that.
You know
Yeah,
too much.
I know
Okay.
too much. Okay, so my predictions. Oh, this is when I was 50% through with the book. I said the deal with Archer is gonna be the one that gets her caught up with the king. That was one of my predictions. Nehemia has a hidden agenda. Yeah, and then I told you this. Dorian, I don't think is really the king's son, right?
Yes.
Selena is the true heir to Tessin?
Uh-huh.
Terracin?
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Terracin.
Terracin. Yeah, then I said K.O. might die. That was my prediction.
I want to believe you, but I don't know.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
those are my
I don't know
predictions.
how savage she's gonna be in this because
Yeah.
for everybody to be on the brink of death in ACOTAR and ain't nobody dying.
See, now that I'm reading Throne of Glass, I kind of have a different perspective of how much I loved ACOTAR. Like, I thought I loved ACOTAR, but I think Throne of Glass is opening my eyes to, like, how slow-paced and how... I mean, it was more of a romance-forward fantasy. So very heavy on romance aspects, and this is just boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like, something's always just happening.
Yeah.
And then it made me realize how slow-paced some of ACOTAR was. You know? Yeah. I've just been, like, thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, like...
Because I haven't heard nobody talk about Throne of Glass as nothing smutty.
Yeah, it's not.
In your experience with the first Crescent City book, was it the same way?
Crescent City is also a fantasy, but romance subplot. So, yeah, I mean, there is some romance. It's more spicier than Throne of Glass. Yeah. Yeah, it is spicier.
I don't know. I sometimes I do feel like it does take away from the plot.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit
same.
of a hot take.
I think that's... So, with Crescent City, there was times where I was reading it, and the romance was just kind of like... Because I feel like in midway through the book, they weren't, like... working toward the objective. It was more focused on like Bryce and her love interest, and I was just like, and they just weren't doing anything. I'm like, don't you all have this threat going on?
We are
like,
at war.
and y'all just over here like, no,
We're at war.
Yeah, the spice can also piss me off sometimes because it's kind of just like. And then I love books like this, right? I love books like Throne of Glass because it's kind of like. It's just such a slow burn because you kind of just like don't know who, you know what I mean? Like
That's why I keep taking this baby out, this bad boy.
Because that's gonna answer all our questions.
We gonna get through all of these books. What happens? I just want to know.
Okay, we're gonna save the rest
ACOTAR.
for our. Yeah, we're gonna save our. We are gonna have a Throne of Glass deep dive as well, so we'll save the rest for that.
And very soon too.
Yeah, because after we finish this, we're moving on. So, all right, ACOTAR. We're gonna be talking about the last 3 books. We're talking about A Court of Wings of Ruin.
Play that back.
A Court of Wings of Ruin. We're talking about A Court of Frosted Starlight and A Court of Silver Flames. So you ready?
I am. And you know what? These are probably my favorite books of the series.
Yeah, the
Outside
last 3
of,
books.
you know how I feel about A Court of Frost Starlight.
Girl. Because what was that? But yeah.
I would have taken more time with Asriel. I would have taken more time with Cereal.
It's like that question where it's like, how many shots would it take you?
Yeah.
And people be like, Selma.
Because you know what? Not gonna lie. I was thinking that way about the Cereal. Because it just, you know what it was for me with the Court of Silver Flame, or A Court of Frost Starlight, is I got too much anxiety.
Yeah.
So I'm like, y'all chilling, she painting, open a studio.
Right.
And it's
And y'all still got this
problems.
thread out here. Y'all still got ops.
It's loose ends.
Yeah.
It's loose
Yeah.
ends, and I'm thinking,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is all peaceful. Don't let me get to the last page of this book, and some beast drops down.
And y'all just leave me with a cliffhanger. So, A Court of Wings and Ruin. God dang,
There you go.
that title is gonna kill me. Farrah starts off at Spring Court. You know, went there.
And this is crazy. Morally,
crazy.
this was a little messy.
It was messy, right? And when you finish the last book, you're kind of like, okay, what's gonna happen now that she's back at Spring Court? No, she is
Yeah.
there to cause havoc.
Uh-huh.
She is not there
Straight
to, yeah,
havoc, too.
not be lovey-dovey. So she's playing this. She's trying to play this character that's like, oh, yeah, Resand, he controlled my mind, so he made me fall in love with him, and now she's back at Spring Court. But she's really there to cause havoc within the court, make people not trust Tamlin, and she succeeds. She succeeds.
At what point do we find out about the history of Tamlin and Rhys's beef?
I think in this book.
Right.
Or no, she knows beforehand, because while she's there, she's trying to find his father's wings or something like that. So while she's in, So while she's in Spring Court, she's trying to look through all his stuff to see like where are the wings at, you know? So
Because we do learn that the Spring Court is like a bully court.
yeah, it is a bully court.
That's what I thought.
So
That little blonde-headed devil.
Yeah.
All
But
that damn hair.
just flowing in the wind, right?
I'm telling.
So Feyre, she's in Spring Court. She causes havoc, gets people not to trust her, but she also learns that Jurian.
Zoom in on us.
Jurian doesn't want to play for the opposite side anymore. He wants to play for the good side.
Jurian's been released, y'all.
Yeah, he has been released. He's been released from the
That man made out that eyeball.
King Hybern took the eyeball, and I think it was like a finger or something that he had left, and made him whole again. Jurian's back. After 500 years, he's free. So he don't want to play
We
for
don't
King
know how
Hybern
he did
anymore.
it. But he went from an eyeball to a person.
Magic.
It's not
Magic,
explained. We don't know what that
The
looked like.
cauldron. The cauldron.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what? They just threw the eyeball in there and he walked out? Like,
Just came out the cauldron.
I'm talking graphically. That process wasn't explained to us. They just said,
It
okay.
wasn't.
And he just
put it in, like some ingredients, it started stirring.
he got out. God damn it! Thank God. Hey, take Bro to a therapist real quick, just so you start listening.
Please. Because something has to be mentally wrong with him, right? 500 years. Yeah.
Okay.
So Pharaoh learns that Jurian doesn't want to play for the other side. Okay, cool. And then Lucian, we didn't bring this up in the last video. Lucian is Elaine's mate, right? Elaine had popped up out the cauldron, and Lucian was like, why is that the first thing you say to somebody when they pop out of a cauldron? You're my mate.
And she's disgusted.
She said,
She's disgusted.
So-
She said, yuck.
so
Sadness.
Feyre hasn't seen her sister since they've been turned Fae. So she's finally leaving Spin Court after, feeling like she completed her mission. Lucian's like, let me go with you. I need to go see Elaine.
Yeah.
Right, that is my mate.
She
said, Tamlin.
Everybody said Tamlin. Because she does say, like, well, what about, like, this is the Spring Court. What about
like,
Tamlin?
this is your home.
And he's like, nah. I'm actually
Take
good
me
off
to
that.
Elaine.
Right. And so Feyre, she infiltrates. She turns the Spring Court upside down by dismantling all of the trust that they could have within, like, the team of each other.
Yeah. Because they realize what kind of leader Tamlin is.
Yeah, and she is still kind of in contact with Rhysand. Like, she has her.
They're able to send messages
to each other,
but not too often. But yeah. So Feyre and Lucian, they leave Spring Court, headed back to Night Court. Heading to Night Court, they obviously have to go through Autumn Court, and when they go through Autumn Court, they run into Lucian's brothers, right? So they make it to, I think, like, Winter Court. Lucian and Feyre, and they're running on some ice. The brothers are behind them trying to get them, and they're about to capture them, and Cassian and Azriel just fall down from the sky.
Yeah.
And Cassian is like, he's like, don't touch my high lady. Okay. And Cassian. Because that's Cheyenne's man right there.
Behind Assyria.
Okay. So Feyre and Lucian, they end up back at Night Court. Feyre's back with Rhysand. She sees her sisters for the first time, and Elaine is a wreck. Nesta's mad. She's like, she's not eating. She's just sitting in that room all day looking out that window.
They're both insufferable. And we know that they're both triggered because they went right back to that house that they grew up with their daddy. Being starved, just starving themselves. Like, you know what depression feels like? Starvation. I'm going to go ahead and starve myself.
Yeah, so Elaine's looking out the window and, not eating, so she's skinny. But she's saying, like, these crazy things. They're kind of like, and they're looking at each other like,
like,
why is she saying this?
Imagine everybody is excited because Feyre is home, child.
Right.
And Elaine is just there. I can hear them. And everybody else in the room is like, and Feyre's like,
why? So Nesta has to tell her, like, she's depressed because she's Fae now. She was supposed to get married. Marriage isn't happening. She was in love with this man, too. So, yeah,
that man hates the Fae.
So, Feyre finds out, we still have a threat from King Hybern, obviously. And now that they know that King Hybern has the cauldron, they know his goal is going to be to break down the wall. So the Night Court decides, like, oh, okay, we got to call a meeting with all the High Lords because we need everybody together to face King Hybern or we're not going to win. So they end up sending a message to all the High Lords. They even send it one to Baron, who is the Autumn Court High Lord. Who
we already got beef with.
Yeah.
We just fought them people.
Right. They don't even know if they're really an ally. And they even send one to Tamlin. Right? So...
who's not needed because later in the book they go back and his whole court is in ruins.
Right. He's in ruins. He's just in his beast form.
Just in his beast form. Or sitting in the living room like...
Okay, so they send out this message to all the High Lords. They take time to agree. They end up agreeing. And during this time, they're asking Nesta, because they know Nesta has, like, the power to kind of search for the cauldron because she's made. And since Elaine is such a wreck, they don't want to ask Elaine to do nothing.
They looked at Nesta. One good look at that girl and said, she's not good for nothing.
And Nesta and Feyre don't even want to ask Elaine just because that's like, they protect their sister. And that's like something I
think she's like the baby. She's like
the
most
I think
sensitive.
She is the baby.
Yeah.
But, so the High Lords agree.
We ain't never given Mitchie that leeway.
You better get out here and help us find this cauldron.
No.
And eat this damn food.
Open.
Over there starving yourself, looking out the
window. And I know it's good as hell.
Right.
I know that house is making him some good food.
Yeah, because they said like when you're a fae and you eat the human food, it's kind of bland. You eat fae food, that shit is so good. So I know.
That's like back in teeth and
So yeah, the High Lords, they finally agreed to show up, and they decided to do it at Summer Court, I believe, Tarquin's place. And they haven't seen Tarquin since they stole that half of the book, so they're kind of like, oh.
And mind you, all the High Lords are here, and
Yeah.
Tamlin walk in ready to cause havoc.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking. I so badly wanted to get in that damn book.
I know. I have my Kindle. I got one of them.
Yeah, and that's what
And
you
I was,
did.
yeah, like the way
You
Tamlin,
flip phoned it.
yeah, the way Tamlin was talking to Feyre and Rhysand, like, I mean, he was obviously there because at this point we don't know this, but he was a ally of King Hybrid's, right?
Yeah.
So he was there to infiltrate, the way the High Lords thought, how they thought about them and, stuff like that. He was just talking crazy, like just calling Feyre like a whore, like, oh, do you like the way, what did he tell Rhysand? Like,
Girl, when he said this, I could tell you verbatim.
Okay.
He said, "Do you even know the little sound that she makes when she climaxes
Yeah.
or something like that? Whatever."
Girl, I said,
'Cause that was the part for me because I'm like, this is a business meeting.
Right.
We are in mixed company. I don't even know these people for real. And you talking
Right.
about me intimately?
Mm-hmm.
That was disgusting. And Farrah went into the Avatar state. She had
did.
enough of it.
She put that man in like a bubble of just like wind,
Girl,
water,
everything. just like
and
Aang did to Fire Lord Ozai in the last episode.
right.
He did. He got up. He was just rocks, air, water, fire. And he is just floating towards that man in a bubble.
And that's exactly what Feyre did to Tamlin.
Girl.
But at
yeah,
this point, the
and-
High Lords don't know that Feyre had their
All these
magic.
powers.
Yeah. And she was
So they
supposed to
was
actually
like-
hide it from them.
That was her plan.
And no. So they saw that and they were just all like,
And it's like, what do you do?
You can't do nothing, right?
What do you do? Again,
Uh-huh.
make a bubble noise.
Like a bubble popping.
Well, just like a... No. Make the like... Get her! Who? That's your powers. Somebody get her. Somebody need to get her. What is that?
Cause what? Like, what do you do? Would you just
Right.
be sitting there like?
Because they are, royal. So they probably were like,
Just sitting there like, yeah.
I would have been at the head of that table. God damn, Rhysand. Oh, no. Not Rhysand. I would have been at the head of that table. God damn it, Tamlin! The hell? Trembling. The hell? Can't eat. All the food flying off the table.
Ooh.
Because you had to be dumb. I would have been pissed. I would have been a wreck.
So, while they're at this meeting, they feel like the world shake. Something's happening, right? And they
Yeah.
all look at each other. They're like, oh, world shakes. So they're like, oh, we gotta go back to our courts. They go back to their courts. They're preparing for war. I think Summer Court gets hit, right? And Rhysand's like, okay, we gotta go help Summer Court out.
Mm-hmm.
And they show up to Summer Court, help everybody. Tarquin's appreciative,
Back
and-
again. They like, well, what the hell happened here? We were just here.
And y'all they got attacked.
That's when you put hands on him for real. That's the time. My goodness.
But,
So yeah, they get back to summer. They get back to Summer Court. They're helping.
yeah,
out
go help
Tarquin.
them out. Then they're in camp. Nesta, they're asking Nesta like, oh, you search for the cauldron, doing the little, I think she has like bones and something else in her hand. She, finds the cauldron. And when she does that, now the cauldron knows where she is. So Elaine ends up getting kidnapped, right? And
Yeah, just like that. Gotcha.
Where you going? After finding this out, Azriel and Feyre go get Elaine. They get Elaine, and Tamlin's there. Tamlin's there.
He said, "Yeah, gotcha."
Okay. Tamlin's there, so they're fighting. King Hybrid sees them grabbing Elaine. So they're fighting, his creatures and all this other stuff. Tamlin's there. Tamlin ends up helping Azriel and Feyre escape, and he also escapes with them. So Feyre's kind of like, what was that about? Take Elaine back. They find out that King Hybern had them, the reason he hit Summercourt was to, fool them in the direction he was going, right? Find out where the real battle's supposed to happen. They show up to the battle. All the High Lords, and then even King Baron shows that okay, we're allies. And we didn't bring this up that they had a contract with the Weaver, the Braxius, I think his name was, and the Bone Carver. Mm-hmm. Your man, your second man, Bryaxis.
Bryaxis, yeah. But yeah, the Bone Carver too, because you can show up as anything.
Show me a little something.
Make me something.
Yeah.
Make me a little.
So while this battle is going on, it's Feyre's, Nesta's, and Amren's job to go find the cauldron and destroy it, right? They're on the way to go do that. They're following the Weaver. The Weaver's making a path for them. And this shot of power shoots out and kills all these Illyrians. And Nesta saves Cassian in time by yelling his name. So Nesta gets caught up, so then it's just Feyre and Amren going to the cauldron. Make it to the cauldron after, the Weaver dies, R.I.P. And, yeah, they're standing there, and Amren's they're touching the cauldron, and then Amren, let's go, and she's like, I'm sorry. And then just, pushes Feyre, and I was like, is she an op?
Because I thought we lost a good one. Yeah. I was going to be so upset, because I was like, you've been with us for so long.
Right.
You know what I mean? Right. So, you always been this, just a sleeper
right.
cell. The hell?
So, I was like, oh, snap. So, while Feyre's, touching the cauldron, going to destroy it, she jumps to Nesta's POV. Oh, one thing we also forgot is that their father, Nesta, Elaine, and Feyre's father, pops up. He pops up with Drakkard and Miriam.
They are getting beat to the ground at this point.
Yeah.
They are losing this war.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, we don't have enough people.
Yeah.
For real. And then he just shows up on a fleet of boats.
Yeah.
And then on a boat called the Nesta.
The Nesta. But Nesta just hates that man.
So she's looking at him in the horizon like
a yuck.
Right, a yuck. She said, is it called the Nesta? Yuck.
But yeah, so he shows up. They're like, oh my god,
we're all kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but also happy because they're like, we need some allies.
We need a people.
So Feyre jumps to Nesta's POV, and Nesta's standing there with Cassian, and King Hybern shows up in front of Nesta. And King Hybern has Nesta, Elaine, and Feyre's father in his hands and snaps his neck, right?
Craziest thing ever. I was like,
so, and Nesta's just got back.
Right now.
Right. They didn't even have a moment of
couldn't even say nothing.
Yeah, they didn't even have a little family reunion. Yeah. Nothing. So
we don't even know how he felt about them being bae.
Yeah. Exactly.
He didn't get a word in. He just got a.
I think his last words to Nesta was I love you or something like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I
think he also apologized for.
Yeah, I think so too.
Time he was, mm-hmm. He was like, I lost myself, or I was lazy or something.
Yeah,
and that was it.
So he got his neck gets snapped, and Cassian starts fighting King Hybern. Cassian's getting his ass beat. Nesta tries to go over Cassian don't hurt him, don't just take it, kill us together, right?
Brink of death, yeah.
Right.
Ain't nothing new with
Cassian. Always hurt.
Always hurt. Oh, always need a healer.
Right.
Somebody please. That'll be fine. He make it through everything. And at this point, it's like the boy that cried wolf. I can't even be nervous when Cassian is on a brink of death because you're always there.
Yeah,
You
always
and Death.
right? Because
Y'all
he
just
gets hurt
this.
early in the book. Remember, his like guts were spilling out after the battle.
I'm talking dancing
at
with
some
Death
point.
constantly. It's like that. Which one gonna be? You gonna give me that this time? You gonna give me that this time?
So he's gonna die. Nesta's on top of him. King Hybrid saying something to them, and then bam! All of a sudden, Elaine pops up, truth teller in hand, which is Azrael's dagger, and stabs King Hybrid in the neck. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sitting there like, oh, right? And Nesta takes
Mind
it.
you,
And
still ain't say nothing. Elaine still ain't say nothing. She just.
There you go. It was like, here, damn.
Right. Why are we doing all this? Just. Can we go? I need to get back to my window.
Right. Please.
I need to look at things.
But, yeah, then Nesta, like, turns the knife so his head comes off. And then Feyre goes back into herself. And her and Nesta are... Oh, Amren turns into her true form.
Her phoenix,
and,
yeah.
Yeah, so that also happened. And so she's taking off. She's doing things on the battlefield. And then they come, they destroy the cauldron, and all the High Lord, well, Rhysand pops up. And they're like, what do we do? Like, the cauldron, what's going to happen to everybody if the cauldron's destroyed? They're like, oh, but we have to remake it, right? Mm-hmm. So Feyre touches it. Rhysand uses himself as, like, a link or a bond to, like, the world and puts it back together. But in doing that, Rhysand dies. Mm-hmm. He dies.
And I thought,
what?
If this was Korean, Japanese novels, they would have left his ass dead.
Yeah.
And that was my worst case scenario. I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, I was like,
and isn't
what?
that part of their bond? If one dies, the other one dies? Like,
not yet.
Oh.
They made that bond right after this moment, they make that bond. Because they're like, we can't live without each other, yeah. So, he's dead. All the High Lords gather up by the new made cauldron, and she's like, can't you guys do for me what you did for him? And they were just like, well, we don't know if it works with Faye. He's already Faye. But they still give him the orb anyways. And orb drops in him, and Feyre is the last one. Oh no, Tamlin comes up, and Tamlin's like, here, just be happy, right? So
you know
that
what?
gives us...
You know what I imagine the sound of them making the orbs is? Like,
right.
dropping it is like, and then like a water drop, like a what?
Yeah.
And it's so funny to me because I'm trying to take that seriously. Like, oh, they gave them, but it's like a like,
yeah,
doink.
Yeah, and what's crazy too is like they all gave him their orb, but knowing that Feyre took some of their powers, and he's already the most powerful High Lord, like you would think they'd be like, no, I ain't doing that again. You know,
I mean, shit, Tamlin was.
Yeah.
Feyre basically had to beg him, and he was like, oh, here, damn.
Just be happy.
Right.
But yeah, then Feyre was the last one, and she's like, but I don't know how to do this.
Right. So what you want me to do? I saw y'all do this. So what is it? They're like, don't put your fingers together. But act. You know. So you're gonna read about this? Put your damn hand.
Drop the orb. But she's able to do it, brings Rhysand back to life. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I think that's the end of book 3.
I mean, yeah.
They decide to give the cauldron to Drakon and Miriam.
And they sail off
to take to their continent.
Yeah. Because no one had any idea where there was at.
They were so concealed that they couldn't find them.
They were so hidden.
And they were like, we were still in the same place we told y'all we'd be at.
They took like, I'm hiding to a whole different extreme. They basically had like a Fae bunker island.
Right.
So they couldn't be tracked. No one could even hear. It was like 14 years ago. Like, are you there?
Yeah.
You know, like they couldn't. So they took it off hiding with them. And we're kind of just at this like standstill of like, there's still tensions with the courts. Mm-hmm. Like, sure, like the wall isn't going to come down anymore, but there was.
Well, the wall's already down.
Oh.
The wall's down, and I think the beef with the courts, well, they're curious about what the courts are going to do now that the wall is down. Like, are they going to go try to reclaim some land? Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Or is everyone Like, because
Yeah.
originally humans were the Fae's slaves. So
Yeah.
people are kind of like, again, it's a
Ooh.
little.
What you want to
I'm
do?
gonna go.
No. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay, my fault. That's my bad.
I don't want to be problematic, but if y'all not, I can go.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, so go back home. Rhysand and Feyre make that bond to where if one dies, the other one dies.
Yeah.
And that ends us at A Court in Winks and Ruin. So
Oh, we also were left off too with Nessa's still pissed off, Elaine not looking right. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
Amarin ends off becoming Fae again.
oh yeah, she turns the cauldron after Feyre makes it again, takes Amaranth and makes her fully Fae. So she doesn't have that, whatever she was
Phoenix
prior
inside
to.
of her.
Yeah.
That still was a little cloudy for me.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what that
she
was.
only hit on it like briefly.
Like, we knew that she was old.
Yeah, well, so she said that her father from another realm, right, like dropped her off in Prithian, as like a punishment, right?
Wait, so we do know that there's other realms?
Yeah. So she like dropped her off as like a punishment, and everybody was like, the whole series, she's kind of just like, I want to go back home, or now she's kind of like, no, I've always wanted to love. Like, I've always been curious about love, because she couldn't feel as her other person. You know what I mean? So yeah, she's like, I've always wanted to love, and now that she's faced, she could do that and have feelings.
Oh no, we already know that Asriel and Elaine.
Yeah.
No, not Asriel and Elaine. Lucian and Elaine.
Yeah, they're mates, but we think that Asriel and Elaine are really the ones that have feelings for each other.
Yeah. I wonder who's gonna be Amarin's
Yeah, I think their book is definitely gonna be like a, what's it called? A love triangle.
That's gonna be
type
interesting.
Vibe. Yeah.
Because
we
know, or we think we know, what happens when. I mean, I still hold on to the theory that Amarantha was Tamlin's mate, and he didn't want her, and that bitch went crazy.
Yeah.
Wreaked havoc.
Yeah, I wonder. So you think Lucian might become a bad guy?
I just feel like maybe. Only because when I look back on it, like after we recorded that video, it makes sense why for as dark and evil as Amarantha was, the riddle that you gave Feyre was about love.
Yeah.
And like a painful love.
Yeah. Maybe. Oh, we also didn't bring up, what did we forget? I was about to say something. Oh, we find out in this book that Lucian isn't really the son of Baron, the court king.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, different daddy.
So, yeah.
And that's
Helion,
like
how do you say his name?
Helion?
The day court. He's like, he looks vaguely familiar to
you
the
want to think of it as
High
like
Lord.
the son.
Yeah.
Elaine. Do you think that she is an underestimated softie or a hidden danger?
Maybe, no. I mean, I would say underestimated softie. Yeah. I think she's still going to be a softie, but she has that future, you know what I mean? Like, she could see the future.
Yeah, I feel like our black card is definitely Nesta.
Yeah.
What I would love to see in this series is that we have Nesta, and then we have Elaine, and then all three of the sisters come together and whoop something. I'm talking about break down all the dimensions, everybody flying free.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if
that.
Elaine's going to just start training too, or if she's just going to be the person who sees the future and can, decipher things for them.
Kind of help them out.
Yeah. More than anything.
Like Wade from Kim Possible.
Right. He was just,
introvert.
Right.
He ain't ever leave that computer room. Mama yelling at him, my computer, Mom! But he was pivotal.
Right.
We needed Wade.
Right.
But he knew his boundaries.
Yeah. We don't really even
Agoraphobia.
We don't even know Elaine's full potential though, as well. Like she might
We
have
don't.
so much more
Because
than
that's what I'm saying.
yeah.
She's also cauldron made.
Yeah.
But I think that the reason why, I mean, obviously that Nessa is so strong was because she took something from the cauldron.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which, crazy within itself.
Mm-hmm.
Which couple had the most tension even when things were falling apart?
Ooh. I feel like Feyre and Rhysand had a longer tension because Nesta and Cassian, they kind of just got right to
Because
it.
Nessa was yeah. After Nessa was done being disgusted,
Yeah.
she was like, you know what, you far.
Right. How about we
Let me
just keep
stop
this
playing.
a little
Little
thing?
fling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A little playing,
Right.
well, you know, something cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nessa and Feyre's relationship in this book. Was this a painfully real sibling dynamic, or did it go a little too far?
For A Court of Wings and Ruin, I would say because even in A Court of Silver Flames, I'm gonna give my opinion on that too. Nesta did
Okay.
bother me with how
Nasty she was.
yeah
To
and
Feyre.
it's like, girl, like
See, you doing too much.
this is the only family you have, you know, like Feyre's
Yep.
really trying to do everything she can for you guys.
To protect
Yeah.
y'all, to... Yeah,
Like,
I know.
you
I know.
have to kind of accept your new fate of, oh, I'm Faye now. But at the same time, it's not like you were doing anything when you were in freaking the human lands. Like, all
Right.
she was doing was caring for Elaine, and you could still do that as Faye. So,
Well, it's also like, I mean, caring for Elaine. Even nobody was out there
Yeah.
hunting. I'm sorry.
well, I'm talking
Nobody
about
was out
even
there trying to
after
be there.
Tamlin, like, built out a state for them, and, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, she wasn't even really doing anything while they were there.
That's why I was so irritated with Nessa, because sadness and irritation.
Yeah.
That's both of them together, Elaine and Nessa.
Yeah.
Sadness
But
and
Elaine
irritation.
kind of, I feel like Nesta went backwards because, well, not backwards, because she did see her father die, right? And Feyre saw it too, but we were seeing it from Nessa's point of view. And, you know, I think that had a huge effect on her, but she seemed like she was, like, conforming to this life as Faye at first. And then all of a sudden, after the war, you know, she had an issue. Like, was drinking all the time, and...
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
and Elaine
they do
did,
explain.
yeah, and then Elaine was the one who kind of switched roles. Like, Nesta became depressed, and Elaine was the one who was like starting to get used to her life as a Fae.
Little homemakey. Yeah, I feel you on that. I think Nessa irritated me so much because it was like, for you to be a deadbeat and you gonna come over here being nasty with me, complaining with me,
Right.
and I'm putting my life on the line. I'm on the front lines,
Right.
actually, to make sure that y'all is good, even when I got kidnapped. But anyways, yeah, so to be a deadbeat, just not doing nothing, and both of them irritated me because it's like, you know what? Maybe I do get it. You biggest now. Got these ears. But it's also like, y'all have a good life still.
Yeah. Like, from going to being poor with your father, like barely eating, to the life that you have now.
Pulling the shoes.
Yeah. Share bath water, sleep in the same bed, all that.
Right.
To the life you have now, it's all because of Feyre. And you gonna treat Feyre like that, you know?
Directly and indirectly, because she couldn't do nothing about Tamlin busting that door down.
She couldn't, and I mean, Nesta, I think, wanted Feyre to live her life and not get them involved, and they got involved somehow, you know? And she didn't like that. But at the same time, like, what you had nothing else going on, girl. Like, you're okay, and I get it. Like, the humans did not like the Fae, but
Right.
like, you could clearly see that your perception of the Fae was wrong.
Your perception of the Fae was wrong. You're powerful Fae now.
Right.
You're aligned with the most powerful thing. You got food, you got a nice house,
You got all them
fine ass
You got all
men.
them damn books. You like reading, and you have all them damn books. And you're still finding something to complain about.
I just think her being deaf makes sense.
Yeah.
Tamlin. Tragic, toxic, or tragically toxic?
Ooh. A little bit of both. He was toxic, turned tragic. No, because even beforehand, he was collecting them tides. So.
Tragically toxic.
Yeah, C. C is the answer.
I think only because he has and maybe it's not his fault, you know? He has a certain way about not being able to process the he's doing.
Yeah, and then his anger issues, how he used to blow up in front of Feyre. Remember that in the painting room?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
and Feyre had to protect herself with her unknown powers. Yeah.
Girl.
So.
I'm talking and now we're seeing him. That's why I can't feel bad for him when he's like, oh, messed up in his house. Because, like,
right.
You have to take accountability. Be a better man.
Yeah. Right.
Anyways, the serial moments. I got a couple quotes on hand in case you don't remember.
Where he's like, stay with the High Lord.
And see everything righted.
Yeah.
He also said, leave this world a better place. And this is why I let his man.
This is when he died, right?
Leave this world a better place than how you found it. He also said, only you can decide what breaks you, curse breaker. Only you. I did not want to see the serial die.
Yeah. That was a sad moment. Because he hunted Feyre down, knowing they were hunting him, and he knew he was going to die in that moment, but he said, I have to help Feyre out. Yeah. They had a good relationship, him and Feyre.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, there's another one too. Stay with the High Lord, human. That's all you can do. You will be safe. Do not interfere or you will be devoured by the shadow over Prithian. He will shield you from it, so stay close to him and all will be righted. That's why I'm like, I know he looks scary.
Right. But that was a good man.
That was a good man. I want to know what he looked like in his prime.
Because, I mean, he was old. They said he had like a skin of leather. He ain't have no lips. How you gonna kiss that, Shy? Kiss her teeth? No.
We don't even have to do that. We can just growl at each other. He'd be like, I'd be like, you know, just because he can't talk for real.
Right.
Imagine talking with no lips. That means he had to be like this, like, hold on. Lead us world ahead of hasten around it. Right how the High Lord in a manner. Do not forget what I told you. Stay with the High Lord and live to see everything righted.
We're going to quickly touch on A Court of Frost and Starlight because really
nothing happens.
Nothing happens. Big points though. We are still in Feyre's POV, but now we're seeing POVs of other people in the inner circle. So you can kind of tell that this is a transition away from Feyre and more of a transition into Nesta and Cassian. Feyre and Rhysand decide to start building a family. We learn that they're building a house on the other side of Valeris near the water, a bigger house for their family. And Feyre gets a painting studio. And, we learn that Nesta is in her depression. She's just drinking, going to bars all the time.
Humping.
Humping.
Gambling.
Random Faye.
Sinning and grinning, honey.
Right.
She is loving it. Dancing.
She's trying to avoid Cassian as much as she can. Cassian gets his heart broke because he bought her like a winter solstice gift and she says she didn't want it. And so Elaine is starting to open up. Elaine is, cooking with the Wraiths. And we see that she has a good relationship with Azriel.
And
that's
more.
about it. And more, yeah. And more. So,
And
yeah.
Nesta more so clings to Amryn.
Yeah, she does.
I think Amryn's a little
But I
bit
think
harder.
this is when
in a
Amryn,
sense.
I think at the end of this book, her and Amryn get into it, or maybe it's the
Yeah.
beginning of a court on Silver Flames, but
I think it was at Solstice, like the Solstice party that they got into
I
it.
think they were already living in their new house.
Okay.
And, like, Nesta went to go see it, and her and Amryn got into it. Mm-hmm. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that we needed the context, you know, because if
Yeah.
it was added to Silver Flames, then it might have been like too long of a book, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm just kind of like,
Right.
I don't even really feel like we got into the nitty gritty. I feel like I should have seen Night Terrors.
Yeah.
Why is Nesta the only one this was a traumatic war. We almost lost
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all go look at her like she crazy because she's trying to cope.
Yeah. There was no drama. It was kind of just like this.
Also, they were getting pregnant in the first place. Y'all planning for this family? Isn't it a
When
known
King Hybrid
thing?
is still, not King Hybrid, but they still have like beef with the queens, I think. And yeah, they're still.
But my thing is, isn't it like a known thing that Illyrian or like, you know,
Well, they
died
didn't
when-
know they was gonna have the baby.
They didn't know it was
gonna
going to be
have wings.
Illyrian.
Yeah, they didn't know that the baby was gonna have wings because you know how Rhysand can make his appear and disappear, right? And I don't know if that's because of his shape shifting or if he actually has. I don't. Yeah. So they didn't know the baby was gonna have wings until early in A Court of Silver Flames, where the healer looked into her womb and
belly.
said, "Oh, the baby has wings," and then that's when they're like, "Oh."
That's the only question I had about y'all planning for a family was like, you know, when Bella got pregnant, everybody was like,
Yeah. But they were planning for this. A lot of similarities between Twilight and ACOTAR.
yeah. Rhysand, I just feel like, okay, y'all didn't know, but you could have at least prepared us, and they were like, hey. So
There might be a chance.
If they got wings, you die.
Right.
You know? So just let's think about that. You can do like a little
Well,
surrogacy.
maybe because the Bone Carver appeared to Feyre as their son.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe she assumed like, oh, okay, like I'm gonna have a son and we're gonna be fine. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that could have been another thing too. But okay, so
yeah. So
moving
we're
on.
okay. So I got my questions.
Mm-hmm.
Was this a cozy book filler, or was it emotional damage disguised as snowflakes?
No, more of a cozy book
You think so?
read. Yeah, especially because, like I told you, when I was reading it, it was starting to get cold outside. So I was like, I kind of feel the vibe, you know?
Yeah.
I think it really just highlighted how great of a city Valeris is. And, yeah, like I said, moved more towards
That's fair.
Nesta's POV.
Rhys and Feyre, domestic bliss. Is it comforting, or are we getting a little annoyed?
Yeah, I was kind of tired of Feyre and Rhysand's.
The mate.
Yeah, like, it's like, okay, we get it, you know? Like, you guys are so in love. Like, we understand. We get it.
I feel like y'all could have been like this power couple for just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I understand that she was shifting the story to Nesta, so that's why.
Yeah.
Whatever. Can you go over what happened at Solstice with Nesta?
Nesta, you know, Feyre was paying Nesta's rent, right?
Yep.
Feyre and Rhysand. Feyre had went to Nesta and said, hey, if she was like, you need to be with the family, like you need to see Elaine. She was like, I'll give you like 3 months rent or something like that if you just come to Winter Solstice. And so she does show up. She shows up like late, and she just sits in the corner this whole time. And I mean, later we understand that she's like afraid of fire because it sounds like her dad's bones cracking.
Yes.
But she just sits there and then leaves, like just gets up and it's like, okay, I've been here for long enough, like let me get up and leave. And Feyre follows her, gives her a check, and Cassian, nobody got her any presents because they didn't know if she's gonna be there or not, but Cassian did. And Cassian follows her out the door and he's like, hey, like, you know, I got you a present, yada yada, just trying to like explain his feelings, like, oh, why are you avoiding me, like,
yeah,
especially after you were telling King Hybern to like kill you with me, you know.
Exactly.
So
I was half dead, but I remember that, baby.
Yeah. So she was just like, pretty much telling him like, I want nothing to do with you. And so he took, you know, his gift and he threw it into the river.
Yeah.
And then and that was pretty much the end of book of Court of Frost and Starlight.
Cassian. Get talk about him
Cassian.
real quick.
Yeah.
Is he a patient king or an emotionally exhausted warrior?
I would say emotionally exhausted.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
you know.
break it up that many times, baby. I am tired. I'm ready to
I'm
retire.
tired. And you got me dealing with Nesta's bipolar. She don't know if she want to
like,
be
this
with
is
me.
my
She
mate.
don't want
I
to
would
be
look
with
at
me.
the culture like, change it now. Change it right now.
Give me somebody else.
Because I know I did not wait this long for this.
Right. But I think Cassian also is like, probably one of the only people who has the patience to deal with Nesta. Like, everybody was over Nesta at that point.
Yeah, I feel you.
And Cassian was willing to, like, put in the work, too. And then Amryn did tell him, like, oh, stay with Nesta, like, you know, give her time, be patient, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
do you think that peace is harder for our characters than war is?
Yeah. Definitely.
And I feel that. I relate to that. Those are my questions. Okay. Court of...
Okay, a court of silver flames. A court of silver flames. Okay, so here we are now in Nesta and Cassian's POV. Which is kind of, you know, in the rest of the books, Feyre is in a first-person POV and Rhysand.
Yeah.
But when we talk about Nesta and Cassian, like, Sarah wrote it in a third-person POV. And I wonder why that is. Maybe because,
It's interesting, but Throne of Glass is like that.
Well, Throne of Glass is just straight third person.
Yeah,
POV.
I know. But I'm saying, like, because now that you bring that up, I was thinking about how in Throne of Glass it is just third person. So
Yeah.
I wonder, I don't know, maybe, I have no idea.
Maybe we're hearing, because you know how they have that, how do you say it? Dementi?
Diamati.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, maybe it's still, like, Feyre's book, and the reason that it's now in third person is because, yeah, you know what I mean? Maybe they know this stuff is going on from that, but, like, I'm not sure. I mean, I hope they wouldn't know all them damn sexual parts, but...
I mean, everybody else does.
They heard it with their little fake ears. They're like, oh, Azrael had to stay in the house with them?
Girl, I know Azrael was...
Just laying in bed like, this is a...
My mate is out here depressed and tortured, don't even want to talk to me for real.
Well, they're not mated.
Oh, shoot, I always forget that.
Yeah, they're not mated.
She not even my mate for real, and she out here mated somebody else. She don't want to talk to nobody. I can't even see if I have a chance.
Moore don't want to be with me, because you know he's been in love with Moore.
Yours is just flickering.
Oh, and then we found out Moore likes girls. And,
yes!
Book 3, yeah.
Yes, our rainbow queen. We love her. We love her.
But I'm like, damn, just tell Azrael, please, so you can just let that man know. You have been dragging this man around for years. Yeah. But, yeah, we moved to Cassian and Nessa's POV. Nessa's still out here going to bars.
Yeah.
You know, hopping in random fae, all that. And
gambling,
we also find out that...
drinking. She's spending, mind you, she's spending all the court's money. I'm talking tabs on tabs, baby. They are getting these receipts like, hey, no, hey, that shit.
Like, God, again?
The whole bar, Nesta. You had to treat the whole bar.
Yeah. So,
they have to cut her off. They have to be like, hey, you either go.
They had to.
Or you go.
Yeah. They had to cut her off, and
they sent Cassian over to her house to have a conversation with her. Or
to go knock on that door. He said they want to go, they want to see you. And then she has some men upstairs, and Cassian was just like, you know what I'm saying?
Cassian ready to kill.
So Nesta gets dressed, goes to Feyre's house, finds out Feyre's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then on top of that, Feyre and Rhysand give Nesta an ultimatum. They say, you can either get your act together and train with Cassian and work at the library, or you could go back to the human lands. And, I mean, Nesta has nobody in the human land, so she's just like, okay, like, take me to the House of Wind.
Well, she's a bitch. Of course she don't. She didn't make a single friend in her lifetime, bro.
Goes to the House of Wind and
It rolls
even
her
though she
eyes.
has,
She's like, ugh.
yeah,
And I'm like,
yeah, right, like, and the House of Wind sounds so pretty, like so nice.
So
and he goes to there and be
nice.
mad,
House of Wind loves her.
right?
Like, understands that she's going through something. So House of Wind starts like catering.
Yeah. Giving her book recommendations, serving her food,
Just
like,
popping up books right next to the
and
bathtub.
the House of Wind has never. I mean, the House of Wind will like drop off food like when they sit at tables and stuff, but it's never like really catered specifically to
anyone.
a person. Yeah,
I'm talking fire started,
right,
bed warm.
right,
She don't gotta do nothing. It's just catering to her.
yeah.
I want that.
She, me too.
That's
what you
like
mean?
the Spy Kids.
Can I get some food?
Yeah, it's like the little Spy Kids
When they put
microwave.
yeah, I used to be so jealous of that damn
When I saw
microwave.
that Big Mac and them large fries,
large fry.
and I also went just giving it all to her. Just
here you go. I mean, Nesta does really appreciate the House of Wind. I think the House of Wind knew Nesta needed some type of therapy. She needed therapy.
The House of Wind said, "Here's some stew.
Right.
Since you're not gonna talk to nobody, here's some
Right.
stew."
So Nesta, like, Nesta, even though she has orders from Rhysand and Feyre, she refuses to train with Cassian. She goes, she'll train with Cassian and she'll sit on this rock, right? Mind you, he's taking her to the Illyrian Mountains to train her. And I think she's more embarrassed to train because she has no combat skills than to, like, actually train. So she's still working at the library, though. Starts working at the library. Learns that the library
it also
is...
gives she ain't never done nothing.
She hasn't. The library she starts working at, and mind you, she loves reading, but she's also kind of like, you know, these priestesses keep dumping these books on her cart.
Yeah.
To go put these books away, and she's like, But finally, I don't know what happens, but she does end up training with Cassian. I think they said, hey, you have, like, you're not training, so it was the agreement. If you're not going to train, you're going back to the human lands. And I think Cassian was like, okay, maybe she'll train if we train outside of the House of Wind. So they start doing that. So Nesta starts training. Oh, I didn't bring up, to get back to Valeria, she has to take, like, this 10,000 step
The Great Wall of China.
Yeah. And every night she goes to beat that staircase, and it's just like, she started off pathetic.
Yeah.
She was doing like 100 steps, something like that.
Tried because it's the only way that she can get to all of the bars and stuff.
Yeah.
But then to get down, to get back up, it's like, they're like, you can go if you want to. Go.
Yeah, go do it. So she starts, I think the stairs are what made her realize, like, I'm weak as hell, right? But also, like, just taking advantage of, like, in her past with, one, she does have a traumatic story of a man trying to take advantage of her, right? And she freed herself by, like, biting his ear. And then, two, just, like, being dumped in the cauldron. So she kind of gets this motivation to become stronger because she never wants to be taken advantage of again, right? She meets Gwen in the library. Gwen is a priestess. Or she's not called a priestess because I don't think she's fully a priestess. But she works in the library. And her and Gwen built this friendship. She likes Gwen. She's interested in Gwen. Gwen is interested in her. And yeah, they start like forming this friendship. She also meets Emery, who is an Illyrian who has a shop in the Illyrian Mountains. But
she has what kind of shop did she? Wasn't it like a weapon shop, like a sword shop?
I think it was also like a clothing shop. I think it was a clothing shop.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so Cassian takes her there, and because Cassian, I don't know what Cassian needed from her, but Cassian takes her there. Nesta finds out Emery's wings got cut off by her father, right, which is an Illyrian tradition.
Yeah.
So she, you know, is like, wow, there's other women out here who have been taken advantage of. She was like, I'm feeling better with training with Cassian. Like, I should invite them to train.
And it's also
with
the
us.
misogyny. She's like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
You mean a man get to keep their wings and a women?
Right.
You
and men get to train, women can't. Yeah.
Yeah, and Nesta was like, you know what?
They're the Illyrian backward ways. Yeah. So, So yeah, so Emery and Gwen start training with Nesta as well. But during this time, a new problem arrives with Queen Braylon, I think her name was, and the Trove. Right, so the Trove is like old magic, like it always is, and
Don't
there's
nobody
3 pieces.
understand it.
Yeah, there's 3 pieces. There's the mask, there's the harp, and then there's the crown. And from Azriel's resources, he finds out that Queen Braylon is working with some type of sorcerer or something like that.
To get all 3 pieces of the trove.
Yeah, to get all 3 pieces, because she's still bitter that she was turned old.
Yeah, and ugly. Because they were like, whoops, they came out of the cauldron just fine. And they threw her in. It's my turn. And that's when they found out that Nesta took some cauldron.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pissed off. So
they
asked Nesta, they're like, hey, you know, since you can find, we were able to find the cauldron.
Everybody got to walk on eggshells.
They do. Like, can you try to find this trove? And she's like, hell no, I'm not doing that.
Right, they're like, hey.
Last time I did that, Elaine got kidnapped.
Hello.
Right. So, yeah. Right. Quick question. Little favor.
We were just wondering. You don't have to. You can just think about it. And that's like, absolutely.
Yeah.
No thoughts.
But what motivates Nesta to like actually look for the trove is they're like, if we don't use you, we gonna ask Elaine. And she's like, you ain't getting Elaine involved in nothing, right? So she still says no. I think Favor agrees with her.
Okay, Marlon. If you don't let Nemo swim, let him touch the butt.
Right.
Okay, so she don't want Elaine to get involved in nothing.
No, she don't. Fairwood kind of doesn't want to get Elaine involved either, because like you said, she's like their little softy sister. So, but Nesta's still like, no, I'm not going to do it right now. So goes back to the house. She has like this bad nightmare, and that's when Rhysand finally sees that Nesta is death. That girl is death. Yeah. And she has a nightmare about like the cauldron looking for her or something like that. And
which,
yeah.
Again, where you going? You're right now. Gotcha. Boom.
But yeah. So then, I think after that moment, that's when Nesta agrees, like, okay, like, yeah.
This thing is out here looking for me anyway.
Yeah, let me go ahead and do this. So the first thing they find or sense is the mask, right? And she goes with Azriel and Cassian to the bog and to go find this mask.
Story. This is a crazy side adventure.
Azriel gets shot with an ash arrow in his wing again, right? Because this happened in book 2.
I'm like, come up with something else.
Azriel falls to the ground. Cassian's like,
right. At this point, Azriel know exactly what an ash arrow. So I could just see him follow the girl, like, oh, here we go again. You know, like out the sky. Oh,
yeah, despair. Yeah, and so Cassian looks behind him. He's like, oh, like, he's gone. So he sets Nesta in this tree.
His wings are, you know, like, Cassian. Nesta, you see me? As we all come back, hold on, you know, just get in the way. Hold on, we gonna land somewhere. Cassian can't afford nothing else. He can't afford nothing else because he's gonna die again in this book. You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
right. So Nesta ends up getting.
Oh, you're so funny. Because what the.
Nesta gets impatient.
Gotta go.
Nesta gets impatient, goes to find Cassian and Azriel after Azriel said her in the street and said not to go anywhere. Mind you, in the vlog is like this.
Always see her with an eye roll.
Yeah,
like, where are they? Oh, I just gotta go get them. Like, it's just everything. Oh, I guess.
Right.
You know?
But, okay, so she decides to get out of the tree, gets out of the tree, and there's water where she's trying to cross the land, right? And the water's just pitch black. She can't see barely anything.
And
yeah, she looks down, and then all of a sudden, this pair of eyes pop up. She's like, oh.
Right.
Here we go. Here's
Here we
this
go.
creature they've been warning me about.
I
Creature
roll.
comes
Ugh,
out.
Here it comes.
Yeah.
She was drugged.
She's back. She falls. She's backing up, backing up. She's so scared that she pees herself. Pees herself. Creature grabs her leg, drags her under the water. She's dragging under the water. Mind you, when she's being dragged, she's feeling like all these bones and stuff. Yeah, and she like could feel these weapons, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's just dead bodies in this water." So she keeps getting dragged down, and she's running out of breath. She's running out of breath, and all of a sudden, this creature, this ugly creature, puts his mouth to her and is like kissing her and giving her air and breath at the same time, right? And she said it just tasted disgusting. So gives her air, and she can already sense. I know. She can sense from this thing that it's going to like torture her before it kills her, right?
Yeah.
And eats her. So she's like, "This is
Could you
how I go."
imagine this? But you gotta breathe it in because you don't want to die. Ew,
He's like,
right.
so Cassian and Azrael fighting. They're actually fighting Baron's men, right?
Yeah,
Baron's
again.
men. Yeah, they actually got. They could tell that they're like glossy and they're not really there. They're not controlling their actions, right? And they're like, why are Baron's men? So they end up killing most of them, save 2, and then they're like, okay, we gotta go find Nesta. Cassian goes to the tree, sees Nesta's not there, but he smells her piss. So Azrael, not Azrael, Cassie is in this water, like knowing she's in there, like Nesta, where are you? Right? Nesta's getting dragged down, and while she's getting dragged down, she's like, "Oh, I went through all this training. It's all for nothing. I'm finna die. I'm not even fighting." And she like calls for something, right? And the golden mask shows up, and she sees it coming towards her. She grabs it, puts it on her face, and then all of a sudden, all the bones around her kind of become her army.
Yeah.
And they grab this creature, kill it with like a dagger or something that was still underwater. So Cassie's above. Cassie's POV now. He's above. He's looking for Nesta. And then all of a sudden, these float
to the top.
Yeah, like full skeletons float to the top. Along with this like ramp, pretty much. And then Nesta appears on with the mask.
Yeah.
And they're just like, so they're like, this is death. And so Cassian and Azrael decide to like bow to it, right? And then Nesta steps in front of them and she just takes off the mask. And they're like, wow, she was just able to take it off so easily. And he was like, how'd you get it? He's like, how'd you take it off? He was like, I just asked it to come off. Yeah.
I just be talking to it.
Right. So.
I'm sorry. Nothing about that would make me be like, yeah, I'm gonna put that girl in bed right now.
Right, mind you,
I would be like,
she's all beat up from this, right? And they've already had like a
pissy.
lot of sexual tension. So when Cassian that night goes to her room and she's like in the bath, she's cleaned herself up. She comes out fully naked, but she's battered, bruised, scraped up, right? And she's ready to give it to that man right then. And he said, when you heal, we can get it in, right? And
I'm also like, how good did you bathe? Because if that cooter and our booty smell like bog, if you got boggy booty, hell no.
So mind you, now they're at the House of Wind. They found one of the trove. Nesta is trying to get more of like the priestess to train, and more coming up to like train with Cassian. Cassian actually asked Azrael, "Hey, can you help us out? Help me train these priestess." And he's like, "Yeah, of course I will." Then Nesta has a vision of where the harp is, and it's she sees that it's in the prison inside of like this fake wall. So next side quest, Cassian and Nesta go to get the harp. They go to get the harp. And one of the prisoners is like one of these old gods that Cassian had fought before, right? And you can't kill him because he's missed. And
what the fuck?
Cassian said he had to lock him away by like using that mirror that Feyre had to use, but had to lock him away using that because he just loved, like he was so in love with himself that Cassian had to find this weakness.
And he is. That's exactly,
So Nesta finds the harp. It's like in this, like I said, false wall, through this false wall. And But it's not like freeing her, and it's just like, oh, if you want me to free you, you have to hit this string. She hits the string and finds out also freed this old god
Yes.
that Cassian once fought. Cassian knew right
Tricked.
then and there he ain't have no mirror. He said, I'm finna die.
I'm finna. Here we go again.
Right.
And I'm by myself.
So,
I got this half-trained idiot with an attitude, a harp,
Yeah.
and prayers. I don't even got Azriel here. Azriel still hurt. He got shot with an ash arrow again.
Right. Trying to heal.
Stress immediately.
Right. But so Cassian's just like telling us to go. Just go without me. I'll hold him back. You go up. Right. Mind you, they don't know this at the time, but Braylon had sent some of Baron's men down to get the harp
Yeah.
as well. Because when she touched the harp, she also saw Queen Braylon, and Queen Braylon had the crown on her head, the last trove. Yeah. So Braylon knows where she's at. She's working her way up, and then she looks at the harp and she's like, you could do something.
Right.
You got the ability to do something. So
let's just stop right
we
here.
didn't bring up that, we're going to hit it on it right quick, but Cassian brought Nesta to this blacksmith shop. You remember this?
Yes.
And
Yes.
she worked on 3 pieces.
Yeah.
Weapons.
Yeah.
She worked on 3 weapons, and the blacksmith comes to Cassian like a week later, and he's like, here, take these. I don't want them. There's something wrong with them, right? They find out that the weapons that Nesta worked on became new made items. They had power in them, right?
Yes.
So Nesta...
it was 2 swords and a dagger.
Yeah. So Nesta has one of the swords with her. At first, like, Rhysand was not going to let her use any of her items, but he was like, here, take this dagger with you. And she said, okay. So she took, not the dagger, but I think it was the sword, took the sword with her. So she looks at the harp, she touches the string for some reason, and then uses, like, her sword to, like, kill this being, I think. Is how I remember it. I don't fully remember how he died.
They explain that. They explain what all of the strings of the sword, what all the strings of the harp are.
One of them is like time. Yeah, there's like multiple.
Okay, so it's 26 strings. And it just says that the last string is time.
Yeah, because she doesn't say which string does what. Like, she only like really brings up that one of them controls time.
Smaller strings are used for lighter magic like moving objects or short distance travel. Longer strings unleash powerful magic capable of breaking wards, creating portals, and altering environments. It's a play on the string theory.
Yeah.
Oh, the strings are believed to correspond with the 26 dimensions or worlds in the universe, with the harp acting as the key to navigate them all.
Okay. Yeah, so the harps, that's powerful. That's
Big
powerful.
power.
Yeah.
Big power.
Big power. But yeah, so they got the harp. Then what happens?
Sword's name, Ataraxia.
Yeah.
Another name that I was like, I understand. It was like, it's like what is it? Like freedom from chaos. Servants, right? And I get that. But I'm like, between Bryaxis, Bog, the Adder. When I read it, I was like, Adder. I had to listen to it. Ataraxia.
Right.
I'm like, I mean, cute.
Right. I be having to listen to a lot of these names, cause girl, if I try to do it on my own,
When
I would
I
not be
first saw
saying them right.
Prithian, I said, oh yeah, we're in for a
Audiobook.
ride.
Where you at? But yeah, so back at the House of Wind, Azriel and Cassian. Oh, I don't think I brought this up. Gwen found out about the Valkyrie, right?
Yes.
Brought it up to Nesta and Emery, and they decided to train using Valkyrie techniques during this time that they
Women
were training.
Illyrian soldiers.
Yeah.
Cassian has also fought alongside the Valkyrie, so for him, this is also kind of like we can get them back type of thing.
Yeah.
Because they all died.
So, yeah. Cassian and Azriel set up like this obstacle course for the female warriors to kind of pass. And then one day, it's just Nesta, Gwen, and Emery, and they pass the course, right? And when they look up, there's like Illyrian lords up there watching them. And Cassian's like, oh, you just beat the the blood right obstacle. And she was like, really? And she was like, yeah, we just wanted to show them that females have the ability
Yes.
to also beat it, right? So then
Girl, they get snatched up.
they get snatched up. But before they get snatched up, Nesta and Cassian get into an argument because Cassian finally tells her, like, you know, we're mated. We're mated. Because, you know, they been getting it in. And when they did, remember they had like that, she felt like that gold bond between them again. Like
a little orb.
Similar to, yeah. So, and Nessa just didn't want to come to terms with her being mated with Cassian because she felt like, oh, I'm fully Fae. Like, girl, hush, okay?
Girl, you was already fully Fae. Listen, you got
right.
this big ass, between the cauldron, the troll,
your powers,
death.
Right.
The cauldron is out here looking for you and you looking for it. Like,
that's the last thing you need to be worried about is a mate, okay?
Baby, you're like, Fae. And Fae. Just be like, that's my man.
Right. Yeah. Why aren't you happy? But yeah, she decides to go spend the night in the Lyrian Mountains with Emery, and Gwen joins her, right? Yeah. This is Gwen's first time leaving the House of Wind since arriving there. And yeah, they're having a good girls' night, go to sleep, bam, wake up, and they're in the Lyrian Mountains. They already know that they're in the blood right.
Oh, before this, they do make bracelets, like matching friendship bracelets with each other. That becomes important because they can seek each other.
Yeah, because since they were made, Nesta made them with her powers or put her powers in it. And
anything that Nesta creates, has some type of power. Okay.
So Nesta wakes up. She sees Illyrian wings in front of her. She's like, I already know where I'm at. Stands up. She's the first one awake for some reason.
In their nightgowns.
The
only women here.
Emery and Gwen are not with her. She's like, okay, like, I know they have to be here too. If I got snatched up, they probably got snatched up too. So she's looking around, and she sees a dagger in a tree, right? When she sees it, she notices another Illyrian warrior is waking up. He gets up, he also sees the dagger, and she's like, why is there a dagger here? There's no weapons allowed in the blood right. Mm-hmm. So she takes off, sprint towards this dagger, right? The Illyrian warrior also sprinted towards the dagger. They reach it about the same time. He grabs it first. They get into a little debacle.
Mm-hmm. Ooh,
start rolling down this mountain. Yeah.
Little debacle. Like that.
She somehow grabs the dagger from him. And as they're rolling down this mountain, she stabs him. He's dead. She takes his clothing, his shoes, everything, puts it on. And she's like, okay, I need to go find my friends, right? So this is when she notices that her charm is glowing, and it glows when she points it in a certain direction. Yeah. So she noticed that one's north and one's south, I think is what it was. Mm-hmm.
They're opposite directions of each other.
Yeah. So she's like, okay, I'm going to go. I think she was going north first. And then, so she goes, she runs. And she's trying to get to her friends before they get hurt, right?
Yeah.
She finds out Emery's hurt because she was trying to run away from the Illyrian warrior she was with, and that she jumped off of a waterfall, right, is what I'm remembering. She sees Emery down there. She gets down there and gets her to the other side of the water, and her friend is just freezing. And she's like, okay, like, I have to do something, because she was unconscious, she was freezing, and she's like, I have to go find somewhere safe for us to stay tonight. Finds a cave. There's another Illyrian warrior there, but it's somebody who's, like, not trying to kill anybody. He's like, I'm just trying to make it to the end. Like, he was like, so we need to trust each other. And she's like, okay. So she starts a fire in this cave, which is kind of risky, but they started to warm up Emery, and then
Emery's the next day, Emery, this whole time.
Yeah. So Emery finally wakes up the next day. That Illyrian warrior leaves because he's like, okay, I gotta go. He was like, oh, and just so you know, because creatures roam at night, there should be enough clothing out here for your friend to wear, because she's still got a nightgown on too. So Nesta goes to get her some clothing, and they're like, okay, now we gotta go find Gwen. Run to go find Gwen, and they're getting a little, they find some Illyrian warriors here and there. They give her them problems, but not too much. Find Gwen, and they find her. They're like climbing up this mountain, and there's like this group of Illyrian warriors there, and one of them is Emery's cousin, the one that was giving her palms earlier in the book. Mm-hmm. And she could tell that he's also has
he's like big and drunk.
Yeah.
And
but his eyes are also glazed, right? The same way that Baron's warriors were.
Yeah.
So they end up like getting a hold of I'm not exactly sure what happens, but they somehow escape. They get Gwen, and they're like, okay, we have to. They went to the point of the mountain where the end is, right?
Yeah.
And they go hide up in a tree.
You have to basically like go up to cross the finish line.
So
You have to survive, but
yeah,
it's like especially honorable if you make it.
Yeah, there we go. And then so Nesta and Emery are just like, we're just trying to make it, we're just trying to survive, right? So we can make it to the end and go back. And Gwen is like, we've worked this hard. Like, why are we not trying to win this thing? Like, you know what I mean? We're like, we would be the first females to ever do this.
Like, this ain't just, we're not just going to grace past it.
Right.
We are going to do this.
We're going to do this. So,
and then were like, somebody got to lug Emery up that damn mountain. Okay.
So Nesta, I think, has Emery on her back the whole time. They're going up the mountain. There's like this little pass, and it's like, I'm guessing like a little like cave in the mountain, but it either side is open.
Yes.
And on the other side, Emery's cousin is there to cause troubles. And so Nesta's like, here, Gwen, take Emery. You guys finish this thing. I'm gonna hold him off. So Nesta's battling him, and she could tell that his eyes are glazed over too. And he's actually beating her.
This is a big man. I just need to emphasize that again. This is a big man. We are told he is huge, like monstrous. Huge.
And then she learns that Queen Braylon was the one who set them up in the blood rite.
Yes.
And the sun is rising, and that means the blood rite is over, and bam, Cassian lands, right? He couldn't interfere the whole time because they could be killed for interfering with the blood rite. So Cassian kills the cousin. And then who shows up? Queen Braylon. Bam, she shows up. Crown on her head. She controls Cassian. She orders Cassian to kill Nesta.
That's the power of the last one, is the mind control.
Yeah, And so Cassian's sitting there. He's like, in his eyes, you can see that he does not want to kill her. So he somehow turns the knife to himself, and he's about to kill himself. And Nesta just explodes with power. Bam, Queen Braylon in ashes, crown on the floor. She picks it up. Azriel and Moore show up, and they're like, it's Feyre. She's about to give birth. Oh, mind you, Feyre's gonna die this whole time because she's about to have a delirium.
Everybody's on a break. Everybody's on a break. But hold on, because we forgot the whole scene. So the reason why we know what Nesta's powers looked like is because when the cauldron was seeking her in her sleep, she was engulfed in silver flames.
That was the nightmare I was talking about. And then Rhysand had to come with the shadows and like blanket her.
Yeah.
And then that's when Rhysand found out she was death. Yeah, so she has like silver flames. They said they're like cold flames.
Again.
Yeah.
I don't know what about that is like, let me put something in you real quick. You see what I'm saying? I'm just like,
right.
And if you are death, right? If somebody is dying in front of you, can't you just take the death from them? Remove the death from their body, and that's it.
Well, maybe if she worked on her powers, because she was so scared to use her powers, she would rather just like train. Yeah,
that's true.
She never like really exercised what her powers could do. So that's another thing we might see in the next book, because
I'm hoping, because if you're gonna be mated with Cassian, he gonna need it.
Yeah. And if you're gonna have this strong a power, you need to know how to control it and what you could do with it. You know. So. Yeah.
So they get back to the house.
Yeah, they get back to the house. Feyre's laid out there. Feyre's dying. The baby's dying.
Rhys is a mess.
Yeah, Rhys is a mess.
He's biting his nails.
Rhys finally announces to everybody, like, hey, if Feyre dies, I die too because of this bond that we have. And they said, what the hell?
It's like, listen, I just want to let everybody know. Everybody got their own. If she dies, I'm going to. We made it all together, so let's try to figure this out.
Azriel, you want to be High Lord? Who's going to take my place?
Figure it out real quick. Let's figure it out.
No, guys. Okay. So, yeah. Nesta's standing there. She's just, everybody's a mess. Nesta's standing there. She's looking at Feyre. She's like, no, please, like, not this. So she grabs the harp. And she hits one of the strings, the one that has to do with time, as she notices Feyre is about to take her last breath. Mind you, the baby's out. The baby's not breathing either. The baby's just in Moore's hands. So she freezes time. Everybody's frozen. She walks up to Feyre, and she's begging the cauldron, like, please save my sister, and I'll give what I stole back to you. I'll give it all back. And she just repeats those words. She says sorry to Feyre. She says, I love you. and then time starts again, and Feyre comes back to life. The baby starts crying, and yay, everybody's doing good. And then
Like, again, if you just take death.
right.
You don't even have to.
And the healer, like, nobody heard the healer, is what, like, how it was said in the book. But the healer was like, oh, it looks like your uterus is now made for Illyrian wings, talking to Feyre.
Which is crazy.
Right? And then
So
later
y'all can have
on,
multiple.
yeah, and then Nesta tells Cassian at the end of the book, like, yeah, I kind of did the same thing for my uterus. So.
Which is a
yeah.
crazy thing to say.
Yeah. Like, whenever you're ready to have them Illyrian babies.
You know, I can understand that, though, because it's something about being around a newborn baby that you, like, it's like, I don't know, it's almost like biological. Because I sure
Baby
did
fever, kind of.
I told a man one time that I wouldn't have his kids on command.
But yeah, that brings us to the end of A Court of Silver Flames.
So what are your predictions for the 6th book?
6th book is, I definitely want to see more of Elaine and Asriel. I think now, you know, in one book we kind of got Nesta and Cassian's whole story and found out they were mated, you know, so there's nothing more there, like, unless Nesta, you know, messes with her powers more, but she kind of, like, told the Cauldron that she was going to give her powers back, so are we going to see that happen, you know, or is the Cauldron just like, take your time?
Right.
I'm good where I'm at. Hiding.
Hiding. But I'm gonna come find you.
Right.
Where you going? No, I feel you. Because that is one thing that it's like, we don't know for sure what exactly is gonna give, you know. So, I don't know, maybe it might bring her training to the front of, like, you know, an Illyrian. But I feel like that is a big part of Nessa. I think the Cauldron don't want to be saved. I think she likes where she's at. I think so too. Then, you know,
because she did say something at the end of the book. I don't know what it was verbatim, but it was kind of just like, oh, like, pretty much the Cauldron said I can give it back whenever. Like, it's like, I don't have to give my power back right now, you know. So
love that. Do you? I also feel like in the 6th book, and this also may be the link between the rest of the books, is the harp. Like, she's got the trove now. Something is going to happen where they have to open them dimensions up. Yeah. Something. Yeah. I don't know what, but whoever it is going to force those dimensions to be.
Yeah, because we still have that one Koshiki or something, whatever his name was. That one sorcerer that has the queen, that one queen locked up as that Phoenix Queen. Yeah. So they still have that op. I don't think any of the other queens are trying to cause trouble, but yeah, there's still some things they need to figure out when it has to do with that.
Do you think that Nessa's healing arc was more realistic than Feyre's?
No, I think I could see where Feyre was coming from more than I can where Nessa's coming from. Yeah.
I can understand that, like, sometimes healing is intrinsic and sometimes it's extrinsic, and I think Nessa is a representative of the population that will, like, self-sabotage and kind of like self-destruct before. Yeah,
definitely.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that fits her personality. The blood right. Do you think he would have survived?
Hell no.
Girl, me either.
I would have shot a Valerian wings and just lay there.
I would stayed in that cave, baby, till that sun came up.
Yeah.
Y'all wouldn't have found me on that mountain. I survived. I'm here. I was in the cave.
As soon as the sun came up, like, oh.
Where were you at? We were looking for... I was in that cave. I stayed there. I found it.
Actually, I'm hungry, so...
Let's go. I basically hibernated.
Yeah.
Food? Anyone? You hungry? Mm-hmm. What are we thinking?
Wasn't the blood right like a week long?
Yeah. It was like a... Yeah. And people were just killing each other. Hell no. Right. Okay. The book asks this question. This is going to be my final question just because, you know, good one. The book asks this question. Can love exist without fixing someone?
Without fixing someone? Yeah, I think so.
You think so?
I mean, I think there's like when you love, if you take somebody as they are, like you could definitely grow together, but not everybody needs fixing, you know?
That's true. I think
Yeah.
I watch a therapist on YouTube. His
Mhm.
name is Dr. John Deloney, and one
Mhm.
of his like most quotables is we marry our unfinished business. And I think
Mhm.
that in every relationship that we have, like whether it's like friends, obviously family, love,
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
some part of that relationship is healing something. So I guess not maybe
Yeah.
fixing, but like
Yeah.
it is almost like this, you do bring this out of me and I needed that.
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
you did teach me that like this is okay or maybe this isn't okay. Like I think
Yeah.
that there are certain
Definitely.
aspects like when they say that opposites attract, I feel like that's the reason because it's like
Yeah.
we're here to balance each other out in some way.
Right, right. No, I get that because I mean, even with my marriage now, like there were things I would do, and he's like, "Why are you doing that?" And it was like because
Yeah,
in past relationships, I was kind of told like,
this
you
is
know,
what to do.
yeah, this is normal, and
Yeah.
he's like, "No, like just very toxic stuff in the past that
Hmm.
I realized is now toxic,
Yeah.
and in the moment I didn't like obviously I knew something was wrong, but I didn't realize how toxic it was until I was in a healthy relationship.
Yeah.
So,
And maybe that's his, like, you didn't necessarily need fixing, but
yeah.
hey, you're good. You don't have to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah.
We love that. But yeah, that was
Mhm.
my last question. I
Okay, period.
I thoroughly enjoyed these. I'm very excited for ACOTAR 6 to come out.
Yes. Yes, we are.
I'm
And we're
ready.
so excited for
Can we get somebody
just
to
Throne
leak
of
it?
Glass.
How are we feeling?
Well, we still have Throne of Glass to get through, and then we got Crescent City to get through.
Yeah.
And those books are thick as hell, too.
Because, okay, I just want to know if anyone else heard that if ACOTAR 6 is supposed to bring in all of the universi, is, and that's why we're reading all of these before ACOTAR 6. So
Yeah.
did y'all hear the same thing? Or are we working it out too much? I just want to know.
No, if you go to Sarah J. Maas's Instagram, she has a video of her closing her ACOTAR. It's on the top. It says ACOTAR 6 for, first draft on there,
Okay.
and it's a book. Yeah, and that's why everybody's like,
Well, yeah, but
because
the rumor on the street was
oh,
that
that
this is supposed to
everything's
wrap up all, or like not wrap up, but like tie in together all of the series.
well,
up to
it
this
gets
point.
tied in into Crescent City.
Two.
Yeah, that's why everybody's like, oh, you need to read. This is why
All
we're
of
reading
them.
it in this order because yeah,
Gotcha. Because
somehow in
Asriel is
Crescent
supposed to be in
City,
Crescent City too.
yeah,
Yeah, or Cassian, one of
so,
them.
yeah.
Hope you don't die again.
So, so yeah, they kind of like they say something, which I don't know, but they said there's something in A Court of Silver Flames that ties into the second book of Crescent City. So, and I just don't know what it is because I didn't get any types of foreshadowing in A Court of Silver Flames.
Yeah,
Because I
unless it was
actually
something
read,
that was kind of like quick, like oh, Asriel went
yeah,
off to.
yeah,
That would be
so,
interesting. But I mean, we also
yeah,
do see it in, like right now in Throne of Glass, how they're talking about all of the
like
different.
the different realms,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm kind of like, ooh,
Right. I like
yeah.
to see that go in.
All my favorite characters is
Yeah.
together.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Do a little step in the name
So
of love.
as a whole, Cheyenne, as a whole, what would you rate this whole series?
Oh, I would rate it pretty high.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but I feel what you're feeling with Throne of Glass, how like that's
Yeah.
not so romance forward and how
Yeah.
a plot could blossom without that being.
Yeah.
But I loved the romance. I did.
No, I was definitely kicking my feet. I was definitely like, ooh.
Exactly.
You know?
It was giving,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
real. So I really liked it. I think, and plus this was like really my introduction to any kind of like world building, and
Yeah.
so I feel like
Fantasy.
it'll always have a very secure place in my heart.
Right.
I'm going to rate it out of 5 stars. I'm gonna do 4.7.
Okay.
What about you? How
For
are you feeling?
me, no, I loved this series too. Like I remember I told you this when I closed like A Court of Silver Flames. I was like, wow,
You're
that was such a
sad.
journey.